Welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet.
Hi everyone, welcome to the coolest stuff on the planet. I am Matthew, this is Rachel.
Hello.
And today, we're going to do some awesome traveling. Check it out.
So we've done a lot of train traveling lately, I would say, Matt, when we've been talking about subways, subway trains. But that's a little bit different than what we're going to talk about today, because today we're talking about a long-term train ride. We're going to hop a ride on the longest rail line in the world, the Trans-Siberian Railway.
Oh yes, this railway system covers ground in Russia, Mongolia, Siberia, and China. It extends across 7 time zones, Rachel.
Wow.
2 continents, 12 regions, and 87 cities.
Wow. So this is no meek little train system. This is a beast.
No, it is the mother of all train systems.
It is, for sure. So how long is it? It's not as straightforward as you might think. So in Moscow, you'll see markers that'll say 9,298 kilometers, which is 5,778 miles approximately. But then if you go to the end of the line in Vladivostok, the marker says 9,288.2 kilometers, or 5,772 miles. Sorry, that's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
But basically the idea is that the former figure, the slightly longer one, is the tariff length, which is what they use to determine ticket prices for the ride.
Okay.
But the actual length is the second one, which is slightly shorter.
Oh, so they're getting over on you by a couple of cents or whatever.
Yeah, who knows why it's like that, but yeah.
The classic Trans-Siberian journey begins in the Russian capital city of Moscow and ends in the Pacific port city of Vladivostok. Now, this journey can be reversed if you wish to do that, but there are also numerous other options and all kinds of routes that you can choose from.
So, for example, you have the Trans-Siberian route, which we mentioned above, which is Moscow to Vladivostok. There's also the Trans-Mongolian, which takes you from Moscow to Beijing, and then you take a stop in Mongolia along the way.
You've also got the Trans-Manchurian route, which is a lot like the Trans-Mongolian route, except for you go through Manchuria rather than Mongolia, obviously. There's the Baikal-Amur Main Line, or BAM. That'd be fun to take.
I'd call it the BAM.
Yes. And that carries travelers across several different remote parts of Siberia, so that one would be fun too, a little less city-ish.
I guess it seems like it's more of the Wild West, kind of off the beaten path, if you're a little more adventurous.
Travelers can take a nonstop trip from one end to the other, or you can hop off and on as you please and stay for a little while in a city or a destination.
Depending on what you want to do and what route you take, the duration of your trip will vary. So, for example, if you take the main one from Moscow to Vladivostok, that takes about 7 days nonstop. And then the Trans-Mongolian takes about 6 days nonstop, and the Trans-Manchurian takes a little bit more than 6. But obviously that's going to vary a lot if you make stops and you get off and you get back on.
Sure.
And there are lots of different routes, so it can really vary. I mean, you could stretch it out into like a month-long travel experience. So.
And one thing to keep in mind is the train only moves at an average of 60 kilometers per hour, which is a little over 37 miles per hour. So you're going to have plenty of time to enjoy the passing scenery.
This is not a bullet train.
No, but it's just a relaxing...
Yeah.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Several guides and travelers have talked about this. Really, one of the best parts about taking this journey is meeting your fellow passengers and spending some time with them and just getting to know your fellow man.
There are different options for the cabins. There are first-class options to third-class open carriage options. But a lot of sources will say that as compared to other major trains, especially travel trains, this is not really a luxury train. Like, I think 1 or 2 maybe of the lines have nicer trains, and the first-class ones may have showers, but your second-class ones may not, so...
Yeah. Do you find yourself unable to travel to TSR in person? Have no fear. Google has provided a workaround. Grab some provisions and type these 4 words into whichever Google search bar you can find. Trans-Siberian Railroad Google. The top link is going to lead you to a virtual journey across the entire Trans-Siberian Railway, and it's awesome. There's a map that shows you your overall progress, there's a video that shows the view from your window, and then there's this really cool little travel route window that shows you destinations, and you can click on one and jump to it. My favorite part, however, is that you can listen to an audio version of Tolstoy's War and Peace while you're on your journey.
So I mean, obviously that's not the same as going on the train itself, but it's kind of a cool option, to get an idea of what it would be like.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so this railway, there's a lot more we could talk about, but, this railway is just really, I mean, it's like a million travel experiences packed into one, potentially. So we think it's really cool stuff.
Absolutely.
And we hope you can check it out someday. I know it's on my list now.
It's a great way to get to the lake by call.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. That's one of the places you'll often be able to see on the trip, so might be nice. So anyway, if you want to learn any more about Russia or China or Siberia, Mongolia, or railroads, anything we talked about today, just head to HowStuffWorks.com. We have a bunch of content. And just go feed your mind.
Brilliant.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com and let us know what you think. Email travelpodcast@HowStuffWorks.com. Don't forget to check out our other podcasts, free on iTunes.